Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with another Mixed Media Frenzy. And today, let me get some of these things. As you can see, I'm working with my Vicki Boutin Let's Wander collection. This is the layout we've chosen to lift today. And what I see here are 3 photographs that have mats behind them, 3 floral clusters, and then some streaks of paint or ink in the background. And so I'm gonna kind of use this. What I decided to do for my floral clusters, I don't have anywhere near that much like matching floral ephemera. So I decided to make my own, and what I did was I took 3 different Vicki Boutin stamp sets and I stamped the floral and leaf images on her pre-made mixed media 6x8 pad. So the leaves were stamped and fussy cut out of that, the flowers here, and this color scheme, this kind of yellowy green for the leaves, and the orange kind of goes with one of the color filters for my photos. So I'm going to use it with this photo. And I've got one stamp set, this stamp set that goes with Wildflowers and Honey. I stamped the flowers out of this multicolor, again, the Mixed Media 6x8 pad, and then I stamped and cut the leaves. There was a green part here, so I did this leaf cluster from there, but I did the other 2 leaf clusters from this. So I will use that with the multicolor, the one that is the most realistic, where the flagstones look pink and there's the brick house across the way look pink, and I matted this in pink to kind of pick up on the pinks there. And the next one, I used a different stamp set. I think this is Field Notes, maybe? And that first one may have been, I don't know, Color Kaleidoscope. Anyway, this one I did, I loved this part of the mixed media because it had this gold scripty part, so I was sure to stamp one of the flowers on that gold part. And then I picked kind of a bluey green bubble technique page from there for the leaves there, and that will go with the this color scheme where there are lots of blues in the filter. Okay, so I'll put those away. The first thing I'm going to do is some very light quick drying, the quick drying being the operative word, stenciling and mixed media on the back, and then when I finish it all off, I'm going to do some ink splatters, and I haven't decided which color yet. We'll see as the page develops. Okay, let me wipe this stencil clean. I've got a stencil here that I'm not going to use a lot of, and my medium here is Creative FX Prism Glaze, and it's in a beautiful aqua color, and I'm gonna kind of go here and then sort of very lightly, and I don't really want these images to necessarily stand out and show. They're meant to be kind of in the background, and I'm gonna do these streaks down here. Everything's kind of built on this horizontal axis, and as you can see, I'm not using very much of the product at all. We've got the photographs arranged on that axis. Let me kind of put this down here. And then we'll see what else develops here. So as you can see, I used very little of that, and there's a lot still on that top. So even though I think it may not be the best idea, I'm going to keep it around, and then I'll make a note that I need to use more of that. The next thing I'm going to do is some just color streaks using a popsicle stick. Nothing particularly exciting about that other than it's going to add a little bit of a different color. This is the same Creative FX in the rose gold, and I thought again the rose gold kind of might be a good color accent here. And again, as I said, this is likely to kind of fade into the background. I really just want to get some of those vertical streaks that are so nice in the original. Okay, I'm gonna call that, and I'm gonna hope that a lot of that kind of hides in the background, just provides something of an accent once I get everything else put together. Okay, and that seems to be dry enough. I'm going to use this this strip of arrows to do my horizontal strip, and I think I'm going to cut one of the arrows off. I'll put it back on here because I can use it for something else. And I'm gonna do this, kind of eyeballing it, and I'm gonna put foam. I think I want to do the photos such that this blue one is maybe down a bit on that axis. The pink one is up, and the yellow one is down, but not quite as much. You know, I could have used that other piece of arrow there. Let me actually do that. I tell you what I may do is this. That kind of throws you off a little bit because it's up there, but when I start putting the flowers on, it will, it'll, you know, kind of provide a base for some of those. Okay, so I just want something kind of sticking out over on the other side of this, and it doesn't bother me that it's not on the same axis. Okay, now I'm going to put some strips of foam on either side of the photos. Didn't put that one quite there. That's good. I have to be careful because I'm picking up some of the medium. Okay, what is happening here? This one is on a little crooked, but I need it to be down below where that is going to go. Okay, so here, kind of like that. Okay, and the reason it's moving around is because of the medium underneath it. So I'm going to, it'll still move around, but when it dries, it'll be solid. Okay, this one, what I need to do is have enough change in the orientation that I have room for my floral clusters, because as you can see, the flowers are pretty big. Okay, so this one can go directly down onto the paper because it's fully above that axis. This one, okay, here we go. And this one will be down, but not as far down as the blue one. Okay, so those are on there. Now let's start using these florals. This one is the yellowy one. I have popped the photos up on foam. Let's see, I have a piece of foam here. Do this. I want to let this not sure if I want to do that. Yeah, that's good. That's up on 2 pieces of foam, so I need 2 here. It's gonna have nice dimension there. Okay, and then I thought I might position this one. In any case, I'm gonna have one of these like that, and then I'll do another one kind of going down. When I stamped these, the background was these blocks, so I oriented the leaves in different places so the coloration on each leaf would be a little different, and it doesn't immediately show, but I'm hoping in the okay, I like that. I love, if you haven't figured that out by now, I love leaf sprigs because I like the movement and the just the vibrancy, the vibrancy, that's the term for having lots of life in them, and that's kind of what I get from these. Okay, so now I think I'm just gonna layer this flower. This is a bright orange. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I don't want to cover up too much of the flagstone. So let me maybe layer this here, and then I'll do the little tiny one that has a little white in it, kind of right here. Yeah, that's a little too much kind of there. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to I may even kind of hide this one. I'll hide the whiter part under there. There we go. Okay, I'm going to leave that like that. I'm happy with that. So the green, the kind of yellowy green color story is told. Okay, let's do the multicolor one. You can see how the ink spray, the ink splotches are going to look good there. This is one that I may be willing to cover some of the photograph with this one. And then let's see how these would go. This one maybe, how about if I did this one at that level, and it kind of overlaps with the yellow part of this flower, overlaps with the yellow okay, and now I'll probably want to do the pink here. Yeah, let's do my double, well actually that's only on one layer of foam because this is flat on the ground. Okay, let me see how that works. I want to be sure enough of that is covered up. Let me use this leaf sprig coming out from here. I love anchoring leaf sprigs by the very tip so that the leaves themselves all pretty much move. Okay, and this one can go here. I like the way it's turning out, and I really didn't. Normally I would kind of dry fit and see where the embellishments will go, but this one I'd spent so much time fussy cutting, and I thought, I just decided to adopt the attitude that whatever shows. Okay, that's good. See, a little bit of this photo is covered up by this leaf, as well as a little bit of this one, but with all three photos being of the same subject, you're not losing any of the picture. So I'll put that one aside, and now we'll go with the blue story over here. And I need to have left room for my, I'm gonna do these flowers. I haven't really, I'll do this right here. Again, this isn't a in this particular case, the flowers are not the main story. I'm kind of leaving this one. This is my favorite version of the photo. Okay, that's one that does need the double foam. Do that there, and then I'll try to come around here, and this is the one that has the script on it, and I want to make sure the script isn't upside down. So I'll do that, and I'll put my double foam over on the side of it. And make sure that got the right side here. This is the only flower that matters. Okay. There. And then I might pop this one up right there, just on top of the other two flowers. Okay, now I like this sprig maybe coming down and the leaves kind of going up. Or let's see if the sprig should go up. Maybe like that with one leaf cluster and then the other two down here. Let's do that. And I'll slant it over that way. I need some things down here to balance off. Maybe I'll do that, have it under that little flower, and then these kind of coming down but anchored just under the photo. Let's do it with the liquid glue. Then I know that no matter how much the leaves move around, the cluster will be anchored. Okay, there. And then I'm gonna move this one down by actually gluing it to the back of this leaf. So I'm gonna put the glue on the printed side, on the stamped side, and do this, and then kind of move it around. Okay, there we go. That's done, and now a quick title. I want to do a couple hearts on the pink one, or near the pink one. Let me put it on top of the arrows here. I'm doing not only this lift of this layout, but I'm also doing a recipe in, it's a special Father's Day recipe from Spoonful of Scraps, and I'm doing the blue stencil and hearts line there. And there's blue all over. I used a stencil for these little streaks and miscellaneous honeycombish type things up in here. I've also got some butterflies that I wanted to kind of sprinkle through. I want to do this aqua one where it might contrast. Well, this one didn't get anchored, did it? Okay, glad I saw that. It's there we go. And I think I'm going to put this butterfly right in there because that blue contrasts so nicely with that orange. This blue is not a contrast, it's a little bit different, and it looks like it has a little mixed media to it, so I'm going to kind of put it right here off the photo cluster. And this pink, again, is like this, and I'm going to put it with the pink, but maybe over by a green cluster so it'll stand out. Okay. Yeah. There, and I suppose this can go here. There, and that will move. Okay, so now I'm going to take because this is the path that we use when we walk out of our little basement apartment up to the street to go for a walk in the neighborhood. I thought I'd just use the Let's Wander, and I thought could put it right there. And here, and then I love, it makes no sense whatsoever because we don't have a motor scooter, and if we had a motor scooter it might not be pink, but I thought it would be cute on the page because I'm kind of trying to reinforce this sort of pink column here. Okay, now I have a lime green arrow that has dislodged itself from the sticker sheet, and I feel like I need this to go somewhere on this layout, and so I thought I'd put it there. And I've got this that says here and now, and it's also it's chipboard, so it's going to eventually come off unless I do some glue. And here and now is kind of what this looks like. I took this photo just a couple days ago for the, can I fit it there? Or do I want to do it across? I think I'm going to try to put it in up here. Under both of these sets of greenery. Maybe right there, and let me so it's kind of like a little hidden comment. And I'll move it over so that the words are readable. Okay. And I like this every day because it's pointing this way. Don't think I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to call it quits. I had also fussy cut some of these circles and had thought I might use them around, but I'll use them on a different project. So I think I'm gonna call this done, and I will probably write some journaling, maybe right in here. I'll create a journaling block there. Right now, I think I'm going to do the ink splatters, and I'm going to use this to cover the photos, kind of. And doing it directly on the leaves, since there's the leaves and flowers were cut out of mixed media paper, there's already some kind of splattery stuff going on. So I like how this turned out. I wasn't sure. I thought about using a credit card to make wide swaths of the color, and I think I like the narrower ones made with the popsicle stick. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna call it quits. It was a mixed media frenzy today, and I couldn't be happier with the results. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all of your likes and comments and questions. If you have any questions about how I did any of the stuff that was done off camera, I'm happy to answer those. So see you next week. Bye.